In this video, we're going to talk about the schedule for the course. So you have an understanding of what's expected of you, when that is expected of you, and how to read the schedule that's provided so you understand how to keep yourself on track and know what is supposed to be done at what time. You'll find this in the syllabus with a single table that provides an overview. So you can see in the first column under topics, each of the different, so weeks of class, there's going to be a specific module. I've grouped things in modules mostly because while everything assignment-wise is going to have a specific due date, it's easier to understand what videos and what materials go with what topics, along with the PowerPoint slides and everything else when they're grouped into modules, because then Canvas is what actually calls them modules. And so you can actually just look at module number 1 on Canvas and find all the materials that are required of you in that period. So obviously, in the first course, we're going to cover a number of different topics in the first module. That includes the overview of the course. We're going to talk about human inquiry and science, as well as research ethics. All of that is going to be part of the first module. You will notice that there are going to be more than three different video lectures. So there's going to be one on human inquiry and science. There's a separate video on research ethics. And then the course introduction is going to consist of a number of different smaller videos that talk about the syllabus, the course schedule, the different assignments, and those type of things. So all of that is sort of the first heavy lift to get you up to speed. There is also some reading that is going to be required of you. That includes reading the syllabus, which is the course overview materials, as well as Babby, the textbook chapters number 1 and 3, right? And there are no assignments if you do the first date, right? But obviously for the first week of class by the 26th of January, right after the end of this first module, you should have accomplished all those things. So the way this works is within the first module, there's a module number. For that number, you will find a number of different resources. The topics outlines what topics are going to be discussed during that period. The video lecture, watch video lecture section will tell you which video or video lectures that I have pre-recorded are available and you should be watching for that period of subject matter. The reading that is due should be done either before or after the video lecture, but obviously in advance of any of the assignments having to be done because they complement those things. And then if you have assignments due, what assignments are going to be due is in that second to last column there, and the due date at which everything is going to be due. So you will see, obviously, based on that schedule, I have things set up in a way that you have roughly a week. So things follow more or less the same as they would if we had a synchronous version of this class where we're all meeting in person, except obviously you're going to have any point during the course of a week to watch the video lecture and then do the reading and then do the assignment. There's still going to be a due date. And so obviously all of these are going to occur on Sunday nights. So you have until the end of the weekend for the week at which you are covering whatever module we're at to do all of the reading, watch the video lectures, do the assignments, and turn everything in. So the goal is obviously that week to week, you will be able to sort of just follow through this. And if you're doing any other classes where you're not fully asynchronous or you're on sort of a week to week schedule, it should help you be able to take this class sort of one step at a time on a week to week basis. And so in the absence of having any individual live class sessions to worry about, you still are going to keep on a similar schedule that hopefully should make it easier to stay on pace and follow along with the course. So we'll cover things like experiments and regression analysis. You'll notice for that next class or the next module, there's going to be 2 discussion board posts, post A and post 1A, post 1B. Both of those posts will be due by 11:59 p.m. on February 2nd, Sunday evening. So for that week, when you first start to have assignments, you'll have watched 2 videos, one on experiments and one on quantitative research methods. You will have read 3 different chapters from Babby, 8, 14, and 6. And then you will have written and submitted 2 discussion posts, post 1A, post 1B, all before February 2nd at 11:59 p.m. Then you'll follow on that schedule. We'll talk about logic models. We'll talk about implementation evaluation. You will notice when we get to modules 3 and 4, there will start to be additional supplemental materials, as I've mentioned. So in module 3, there's some handouts on logic models and a template that are available on Canvas. You're going to have a Chen article to read, which everybody will have access to. That is a PDF evaluation article. I really recommend that one, especially you spend a lot of time reading and digesting, because all of the different discussion posts that you'll see that I have, there's also a example answer for each of them. I have written those example answers based off of the program and the evaluation that is done in that Chen article. So the more you're able to understand that article and what is happening, the more it'll make sense, all of the other assignments in the discussion post that use that as an example. There's also an example evaluation. You will pick one additional evaluation to read. There are 4 options. You will pick any one of those 4 for yourself to read, but those are also available. That is an additional journal article that you will read in addition to Chen and the handouts, right? Then you will see for the Curran et al. 2005 in Module 4 and the Rossi chapter, those again are supplementary materials. So those are PDF documents available already on Canvas. Everything that's not Babby should already be something on Canvas for you in a PDF form, so you'll find it there. You will notice when we get to module number 8, that is going to be the week of the midterm exam. Refer to the video on the midterm exam that explains the assignments, but obviously for the midterm exam week, there will not be any reading or video lectures. You will just have the exam to prepare for and sit down and take at whatever point during the open window that works best for you, obviously before the final deadline. And then we'll move on to module 9A. We have a week there of spring break. And so because it is still spring break for everybody else, even in a virtual class, we're not going to have anything due during that 1 week period. We'll continue on weeks 9B, module 9B, module 10, module 11. We'll finish up. And then you'll notice the last 3 modules of the course, which will take place over the last 3 weeks. You will have no video lectures at that point. You will have no additional reading. If your major assignments are due and such as space those out, they are spaced out over a period of 3 weeks. So you will have your evaluation presentations to record and then submit in the first week. You should have, obviously, by that point, an outline, and it should be pretty simple to create the slide deck and PowerPoints for that presentation and submit that. After that, you will then have a second week where the post-instructional assignment, which is the evaluation proposal, will be due by the 11th. And then actually once before that assignment is due, the window to open the finals, to take the final exam, will open. So you'll have some time to both submit the final evaluation proposal. After the proposal is due, you'll still have a few additional days to take the final exam and get that submitted by the 14th. And then I'll finish out the semester and the course when we hit finals week. So that's the plan. I encourage you, obviously, refer back to this often. If anything that's on this schedule happens to change drastically, I will obviously notify you all. I will update this information and send an announcement so that folks are aware. For the most part, it should be pretty easy to follow because while we're in a asynchronous environment and we're not meeting week to week like we would if we had an on-campus class, certainly the syllabus still follows that type of a schedule. You have milestones to track each week that should hopefully keep you on track, and everything will kind of align with the rest of the normal on-campus semester. So you should be able to stay on top of what's needed with you. There's due dates for everything. Those due dates are also all in Canvas, so you can see for all of the assignments when things are due if you forget and don't want to refer back to the syllabus. The video lectures are all available. The reading materials and the links to the assignments can all be found in Canvas as well within each of the individual modules. So all the material is easily organized and separated for you to watch there. So that wraps up an overview of the course schedule. Be sure to refer to the actual syllabus document itself and make sure you keep an eye on Canvas should anything change for the most up-to-date version. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video.